That boy say nothing.
You feel me?
You did.
Nothing.
Hey man, ain't no cap in it.
No cap in my right.
You feel what I'm saying?
The right way.
It's time.
Right way, bro.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right way.
Yeah, that way.
Yeah.
And go tell that.
Rapper Young Thug has made his first appearance on social media since his release from jail last week. The Atlanta rapper reunited with his mentor, T.I., in a video shared to Instagram early Tuesday morning. In the video caption, T.I. hinted at possible new music, writing the Kings have reconvened. Guess I'm officially out of retirement for tonight. This reunion is just the beginning for the newly released rapper, who took to Twitter after he walked out of jail to hint at a possible new song with rapper Lil Baby. The tweet reads, "Wham, let's drop one on these rats, Peter," which references Lil Baby's nickname Wham. Fans will not have to wait and see what's...
Yo. Moment of silence. All right, look, check this out, man. A lot of shit didn't happen in the last 2 days, okay? A lot of shit. We got a new president. You know what I'm saying? Been waiting on that. The country been waiting on that. Shout out to Donald Trump, you know what I'm saying, for taking over. You feel me? It is what it is. And shout out to Thug for getting out, man. Thug is back out, man. He about to hit these streets with the music. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him and his whole team. The fact that he was able to beat this RICO case is crazy, bruh. As y'all all know, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's waiting for the music to drop. Everybody looking forward to see what he got to say, see what type of time he going to be on. 15 years probation. That's a long-ass time. I'm not going to talk y'all head off, man. If you're new to the channel, be sure to leave a like, comment, turn on post notification so you can stay updated with the latest release. With that being said, let's get into this video. Y'all.
Next in store for Thug, though one thing remains clear: he will have to be very careful about what he says in his music per the terms of his release. On Thursday, Thug decided to put his fate in the hands of the judge and pleaded guilty to drug and gun-related charges. He entered a plea of no contest to charges of conspiracy and participating in a criminal street gang. In the end, his decision paid off. In the sentence, Judge Paige Whitaker decided against prison time and instead ordered that Thug receive 15 years of probation. But she warned he could face 20 years in custody if he violates the conditions of his probation. She imposed several severe restrictions, including no travel to the Atlanta metro area, no contact with affiliated gang members, a requirement to perform community service, and the need to conduct presentations to community groups and children against gang violence. Before his...
Well needed, well said. I think that that's definitely a win for Thug and his team. You know, shout out to Brian Still for real, because that's a win, y'all. 15 years probation, nigga, I'll take that shit in a heartbeat.
Sentence was imposed. Young Thug gave a heartfelt speech to the court.
I take full responsibility for, you know, my crimes or my charges. I come from nothing and...
Yo, I'm sorry, y'all. It's this cop, bro. Y'all gotta see this guy. He kind of ducked off on the side of the video, but I gotta kind of bring him into view. Hopefully we can see him. We should be able to see him. This guy right here on the left. It may be your right. But look, I just want y'all to pay attention to how he looking with Thug Talk, man. Y'all gotta see how he made his little face expression, because honestly, a nigga like him, like, yeah, all right, Thug.
Court.
I take full responsibility for, you know, my crimes or my charges. I come from nothing and I made like, something, yeah, right, and I didn't take full advantage of it. I'm sorry. Through these last 2.5 years of my life, you are really, truly, honestly, the best thing that has happened to me, because you made everything fair for me and everybody involved on both sides, you know. I'm sorry to the sheriff, you know, everybody, for just having to put extra time in. I know y'all got paid more money, but I'm sorry for y'all having to put this extra time in to be away from y'all family, you know, and I just hope that you find it in your heart to allow me to go home and be with my family and just do better as a person. I know what I bring to the table. I know what I am. I know the heights I've reached. I know the impact I got on people, period, in the community, you know, all people. I learned that late, like these past 2 or 3 years of my life. I kind of learned that late, and maybe it was because I was probably on drugs or anything. I don't know, but I have came to my senses and I understand what I mean to this world. But I am a good guy. I don't mind doing stuff like free shows, and I always did that. I did free shows and gave it to single parents, millions of dollars. I made $1.8 million on a free show, and I gave it all to single parent charity. And I did like 2 or 3 shows that made like $700,000 a piece, and I gave it to the breast cancer organization. I do things like I put millions of dollars back into my community for real. I really did. I did more than anybody ever did from my side. But I understand, rap lyrics. I understand how it could be twisted. I understand what it could do to the mind of people. I understand all that, and
I don't mean to pause it on his speech, man, but yeah, bro, the rap game is changing. The rap game is changing. Niggas still gonna be out here talking that shit. Niggas still gonna be out here doing what they do best. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but they willing to face the crimes. They're willing to do the time. Then that's on them. You know what I'm saying? The cops, the system is cracking down on hip hop lyrics because it has involvement with street crimes. That's simple as it is. It's not that they hate the shit. It makes people do shit. It make people go out and murder and do all type of shit versus country music, R&B, pop. That don't have people going out, probably drugs, but yeah, anyways.
I promise you I'm 100% changing that. It's just, I'm older, I'm grown now, and it's just like, I'm smarter. It's more things to rap about. Like I've experienced a lot of good things. I experienced more bad things, but I experienced a lot of good things too. And
Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams, has been jailed since his arrest in May of 2022. He faced charges related to participating in an alleged criminal street gang known as YSL, or Young Slime Life, with members accused of committing illegal and violent acts, including murder, armed robbery, drug dealing, and carjacking. In crafting her sentence, Judge Paige Whitaker said she appreciated the impact Young Thug had growing up in a community plagued by violence, but she urged him to be part of the solution going forward.
I appreciate that you do realize how much of an impact you have on people. It's past your neighborhood. It's worldwide, especially young people. And having come up from where you came up from and living in and around that, that gangs are damaging to our community. Even if you choose to continue to rap, you need to try to use your influence to let kids know that that is not the way to go, and that there are ways out of poverty besides hooking up with the powerful guy at the end of the street selling drugs. And, I know that happens for protection sometimes, but a much better way would be...
Pause. She stated something. I know that happens because of protection. And it does. That shit really do go down in hoods, bro. That shit really do go down. Especially if people are in a crossfire of 2 different type of hoods, bro. They gotta pay, or they gotta, they gotta do certain things. Look out, whatever. Do whatever they need to do to keep out of, catching a bullet due to beef that they ain't got nothing to do with. So that's definitely something that happens.
Getting an education and hanging around with people who set a good example. And you be one of those people that sets a good example. I want you to try to be more of the solution and less of the problem.
Following Young Thug's release, his attorneys expressed their gratitude to the court, but also their wish that Young Thug could have been acquitted instead.
As far as how Jeffrey's feeling now, he knows my feelings, which I'm not going to reveal for attorney-client privilege, but this is not the same as a not guilty verdict. That should have been rang. But nobody here wakes up every day on a concrete floor that they're calling his bed, gets up at 4:15, gets shackled at his feet, his waist, and his hands, comes to the Fulton County Courthouse to be on concrete, eating out of a bag. Doritos is his meal of choice. And then coming to a courtroom and sit there with a leg chain on him every single day and hear lie after lie. So for Jeffrey go home today and not have another 90 days or 120 days of it, he is very happy, thankful to the honorable court. So to answer your question, this was not what I wanted. I don't believe that it is just, but I believe that under these circumstances, it is justice for Jeffrey Williams, and he is delighted, as are we, and thankful.
Young Thug's father also spoke in support of his son, despite his wish for him to have kept fighting.
I was kind of startled behind it because I was in agreement with Brian and Keith. You know, let's keep fighting. You know what I'm saying? You know, let's make them continue to embarrass themselves. You know, but at the same token, my son is I've never tried to interfere with his decisions. I just try to give him the knowledge of making the best decision.
Man, I love where we are going right now, bro. There's a lot of shit that has happened in this past 4 years. But I just want to say this, man. When it come down to, police brutality, when it come down to all the issues we were having about 5 to 10 years ago, I just want to say things are changing, and I hope that I hope that the country as a whole understand that the only way forward is in unity and to unite. Everybody in America literally could be living their best dreams, could be doing doing what they want to do, but it's always going to be bad apples. There's always going to be people out there that, ruin it for others. But with that being said, man, I just want to say shout out to his pops. You feel me, for, just stepping up and just speaking on this, because not a lot of black fathers that, sons go through the system or get acquitted or whatever the case may be, just the criminal system, you really don't get to see this side of it, the justice side. You really don't get to see the side of it where it's like, okay, somebody went through the system and they beat the system, and it was evident that they beat the system because of all the nonsense that the opposition was pretty much throwing at Young Thug and his attorney.
He see fit for him, and I support him.
The YSL RICO trial resumed following Young Thug's plea with the 2 co-defendants who still remain, Diamante Kendrick and Shannon Stillwell. Kendrick, aka 𝐂𝐨𝐻𝐿 Gotti, faces several RICO charges along with a murder charge for the death of Donovan Thomas, as well as firearm and drug charges. Stillwell, aka SB, also faces RICO charges along with 2 murder charges tied to the deaths of Thomas and Shymel Drinks, plus gang and firearm charges. Just this week, a juror emailed the court asking to be removed from the case due to the length of the trial. The juror also blamed the state's handling of the case and said he'd be biased moving forward.
So I have an email from one of the jurors this morning. Interestingly, he sent 2 different drafts of it. The first says, it's to my assistant. When you have a moment, please relay this to the judge. Good morning, Judge Whitaker. I am requesting to be removed from the current case due to the length of this trial and how the state has handled this case. I can no longer be unbiased towards any decisions moving forward. Yesterday provided a glimpse of how the state presented its evidence, and I foresee another 3 to 6 months with the remaining defendants. Thanks. But then that's not what he really meant to send, because he said, I didn't mean to send this version, not the other one, with a minor correction. Hope all is well. When you have a moment, can you relay this email to the judge? Good morning, Judge Whitaker. I am requesting to be removed from the current case due to the length of this trial and how the state has handled this case. I will be biased towards any decisions moving forward. Yesterday provided a glimpse of how the state presented its evidence, and I foresee another 3 to 6 months with the remaining defendants. Thanks.
Ultimately, the judge reassured him that the trial should be over quicker than expected.
Now, this is the same juror who a few months back asked to be removed from the case and provided no reason whatsoever. And so I just ignored it. I just said, no, you're not removed. Doesn't work that way.
Okay, so that's the update, man. Shout out to Brian Still, and just shout out to Thug for, beating his RICO case and being able to come home to his family, be able to come home to the world. Everybody been saying free Thug. He out, nah, man. Let the man live, let the man breathe. I really appreciate y'all rocking with me as we watch this video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, turn on post notifications so you can stay updated with the latest release. With that being said, I'll see y'all in the
How he getting all these racks? How he getting all that cash? That's the question that they ask. But I'm spazzing on their ass. In my phone, I'm going fast. Fuck your questions, I'm a boss. I used to take hella losses. Now broke niggas keep your distance. I ain't got